a little bit. Ha. Ha. Careful. Good morning, everybody. Good Monday morning, everybody. We are in one of those kind of wet patterns at the moment. They're calling for rain for the next 4 days, actually. And on Saturday, fortunately, I was able to finish up my plowing job on the cornfield. I still have a little bit more to plow back where we put tiles in last fall, but that will be for corn, so we don't have to worry about that so much. This corn ground that is all plowed will be seeded down. So that's something I'm going to be pushing here as soon as it dries back out again. It keeps getting wet and then it dries out pretty fast because of the tiling, but then it gets wet again. So anyways, that's what we're dealing with. According to my phone, it's supposed to start raining here very soon, so I'm hoping that maybe I can get a little bit of exercise out of the horses. I have Lady and Duke this morning, and I have a load of fence posts, small load, that I'm taking up into our what we call our side hill pasture, and I'm going to split it in half, and I'll explain a little bit when we get up there. Just wanted to show you guys a quick peek. The water come down and the water going into the tiles. Just imagine all this water flowing out across that field and spreading all over the place, and the amount of wet field it would make. And this is what has been happening forever. And by having these fields tiled, all this water is diverted into a pipe off the field and goes down into a stream. So very, very happy with that. Cast up. So this piece right here off to the right is going to be our cornfield. Nothing was planted here last year. I was late getting things done, and I had decided fairly early actually that I was going to leave this section. Now when I say this section, I mean from here, down to where the cows are, but then down to where the fresh plowed ground is. That was my corn ground, of course, last year. So I decided what I'm going to try to do this year, since I really didn't have the time to get this done last year, I'm going to put this into corn, and I hope to get a bunch of manure on here still. And we had plowed it in the last spring, and then we had harrowed it quite a few times throughout the course of winter to keep the course of the summer, to keep the weeds down. And I hope to do a lot of spring toothing in this field even this spring to kill any weeds that come up, so that when I plant it, I'm going to attempt to keep the weeds down by cultivation and not spray. And so by doing all this harrowing early spring, it will keep those initial weeds killed off. So that's the plan for this field right here. Cast out. So here we are coming up into what we call our side hill pasture, but also we call it our, off to our left, we call this our south field because this is our most southerly part of the farm. And this field here, I've explained before, was actually woods not too many years ago, and we had completely reclaimed this field right here. And it's a fairly decent hay field, but for the last quite a few years now, we've just used it for pasture because we've had quite a few cows. But since we sold some cows last summer, we don't have as many cows. So I think what I'm going to do this year is fence it off right down here and just have the side hill pasture as a pasture. And the south field, we will hay one time, and then we'll let the cows and horses out into there for pasture also. So that's what we're up to today, getting this fence in, or at least the fence posts in. Oh. So before we start putting these fence posts in, you may have seen a video of last spring, maybe, I don't know when it was, at some point. We had dragged all of these small trees from out of that roadway we just came through, and I just haven't had the time to burn it, but I sure hope to get that done this summer sometime. Cast up. Oh. Step just a little bit. Oh. As you can see, these posts are pretty short, but I would just be running one strand of electric fence, and it'd be right at this height here, so it makes these posts plenty high enough. There's no sense having all kinds of wood way up here. I like these shorter posts. Tough step. Oh, G a little bit. G. Oh. Step a little bit. Oh. Oh. So here's a post I cut several years ago, back when I was cutting them longer. And as you can see, it's a little bit harder because it's higher to pound them in. And cast up. Oh. Cast up. Oh. Cast up. Oh. Nice step. G. There you go, G. Okay, we have, careful. We have the fence posts all in. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit, but not too bad. I kind of wish I had brought up some more insulators and the wire, and I could have got this all done. But I didn't, so that'd be another job some point between showers. So right here between these two fence posts right here, probably, I'll put a gate so I can get my machinery up into the field beyond that will be hayed. And I'll try to probably cut that one of my earlier fields just so that I can get it off the field so that the grass has time to grow for some good second cutting for the pasture for the animals. Well, I've said this in other videos, but as you can see, we have 4 calves from 4 cows, and then an odd one there, that baldy face, that one by herself right here on the left. She is supposed to be in the barn, but she got out, and so now she's with, I believe that's her mother from last year off to her, to our left there. But anyways, she's fine out in the pasture with them. And very soon they'll be able to go up in that side hill pasture so that the cows and calves can really grow good on that good grass. Since we're right here at the outlet of our tiles, I will go give you a quick peek even of how much water is coming out of their fields right now. I showed you the inlet, how much water is coming to that pipe, and I'm going to show you the outlet right now. Oh. So we have 2 main pipes coming down across that field with a bunch of 4-inch pipes connected into them. And this is the amount of water pouring out of those pipes. So you just think about this steady stream of water, 24 hours a day. If it wasn't for these pipes and this tile drainage, all this water would end up on my fields and take about forever to dry up, evaporate, so that I could work my fields. So I just can't say enough about how well this tiling has worked for our fields.
Good morning. I just returned from picking up our meat at the local butcher's. It's a half a beef, because we sold the other half, and even this half, this is the first time I really looked at it. Here's some roast. Even this half we're splitting with Abby because we already had some meat in the freezer. We have a bunch of hamburgers, so this is exciting to see all that we got here. Sandwich steaks, and we got some more hamburger, and steaks, sirloin steak, and I think we got some brisket, which is Abby's favorite. That's a big piece, so we'll have to do that all together. And we also got right here some chuck roast, which I like roast, and we got the best steaks. He just put this is probably a ribeye. No, it's a New York strip. So that's exciting to have a little variety. It is the spice of life.
Well, guys, look what I got in my trailer. This is my old cultipacker, and somehow it actually got bent. The main shaft that goes through all these rollers, and as you can see even right here, it's got a bend to it, there right in the dead center it's got a bend to it. So we're going to take it over and to a shop that's a friend of mine that's going to work on it, and we're going to pull that rod out of there, put it on a press and straighten it up, and hopefully that will make things work out okay. I have the cultipacker because I really like it. It works really good for dragging, going around my fields. I also have a roller over here, but that just doesn't work quite as good because it's not heavy. So if I'm rolling with the horses, it's not, the horse hoof prints in the soft soil are still visible after I use the roller. But when I use the cultipacker, it's heavy enough, it covers up those hoof prints, and all these things really dig into the soil nicely and do a really nice job. So we got it loaded up all right. We'll take it over and get it fixed. And that, I guess, is going to do it for today's video. You guys have a great day. We'll see you next time.